Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Average Uninformed. This week we are checking out Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. Also, I guess the studio agreed that Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn was too long because that rename happened a couple days ago. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Grab a drink, sit back, and enjoy.
By the way, I read today that you can officially turn off autoplay on Netflix now.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's just for the United States, but there was an article about it on Collider.
You know what? I will move down there just for that. I won't, but...
Like, what a great...
They should promote that guy. Came up with that idea and then fire whoever set up the autoplay.
I get the autoplay, but yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah. What if I I finished watching a show, go back to the main menu because I want to go get a drink, and Minion starts playing?
Yeah. I don't want that on my continue watching list.
I continue watching this is so long. It's awful.
Yeah. You never finish anything?
Well, I jump between like Archer and then I go to like The Office. I do a few episodes of Friends. But it's like I just feel like the movies I don't, or like movies that like I get to the end and it's like the credits are about to start and I was like, you know what, I'm done. Yeah,
see, I'm like OCD about it. When I get to the credits, it's like I have to let them play out. Otherwise, it'll sit in my continue watching list.
Yeah, I don't got time for that. You remember when like they finally allowed you to delete trophies on PlayStation?
No, you can do that?
Yes. All those 0% just wiped off the board. Yeah, so I don't.
Could you excuse me for just a second?
Cool. You didn't know about that?
No, I didn't.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How stupid must you feel?
Yeah. Okay, then.
You want to talk some Super Bowl trailers?
Yeah, let's do that. The Super Bowl happened. Did you watch the Super Bowl?
No, I was working.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. That was a fantastic night. But I won some money.
Really?
Yeah.
You gambled?
Of course I did.
You're so stupid.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Tell that to the free trip that I just won enough money for. I don't know.
Okay. Who did you bet on?
The Chiefs.
And they won?
Yeah. Well, obviously.
Were they playing? Who were they going against?
The 49ers. Actually, the 49ers was going to be my first pick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure I can tell you're very interested. The point is, Daddy won.
Okay. I'm happy for you.
You should be.
Okay. One of these days, Victor, you're going to lose. You're going to be sleeping on the streets.
No, probably not. I got some family around. I'll probably just stay at their place.
They won't want you because you have a problem.
That's not true.
This is for your own good, Victor.
I have many problems.
You need to sleep on the street for a month and realize
you
have
me?
to acknowledge you have a problem.
I would last a month?
Victor, first step is realizing you have a problem.
Next step is sleeping on the streets?
Yeah.
That's not how.
And then I don't really know the 12 steps.
It probably involves sleeping in other places.
Yeah. Don't play with that.
I'm going to play with it.
It's noisy.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Anyway, Super Bowl. You made money. Great. Good for you.
Yeah.
What I care about is Super Bowl trailers and commercials.
That's reasonable.
Did you know that? I mean, this is not unknown knowledge.
Spit it out.
Super Bowl. It's the most expensive airtime. Like 30 seconds is like millions and millions of dollars.
Makes sense.
With that being said, there's like some trailers or commercials that you watch and you're like, why? Like, this is such a waste of money. Like, this isn't a good commercial at all. It's so dumb.
Like what?
Did you see the Charlie Day Tide commercials?
No.
Where he's just like wandering around different places and it's like, it's not later yet.
Oh.
You're like, what? What are you doing?
I mean, Tide, maybe they're just really trying to clear their name after that like last incident a couple years ago. You know, the kids.
You mean eating Tide Pods?
Yeah.
It's not really their fault.
No, but
other than the fact that they made their product delicious. Anyway, Super Bowl trailers. Victor, did any leap out at you? That you like? Put your phone away. We're recording.
Sorry, I got all these ladies just
They
clamoring.
heard about your big win at the Super Bowl.
Drinks on Victor. Now I got that stuff locked away on the app. I don't take the money out.
Oh, smart.
Yeah. I don't put any more money in. I don't take any money out. Just going to see how big that pot gets.
I don't know if that was clear. The smart was sarcastic.
See, now that way the gambling doesn't leave that account. The point is, what stood out to me was the Sonic trailer. No,
Really?
It didn't stick out at all. But
That was one of those ones I was talking about where it's like, really? You spent your money on this?
And they hired actors too. Sports players.
Athletes. I believe the term is.
I didn't know it was Sonic until like the last 10 seconds. And then,
Yeah. I thought that movie doesn't look that great. I'm like torn though, because I've seen Ben Schwartz, the guy who plays Sonic, on like talk shows and stuff. He guested on Game Grumps. And like, he just seems like a really nice guy. And I'm rooting for him. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not going to see your movie.
oh, what was his character's name in Parks and Rec?
John Ralphio.
Yeah.
He's
just...
worst.
I just love that he's Sonic. I love it.
Have you seen, because he played BB-8 as well. Have you seen those?
The crossover between like...
Yeah, John Ralphio as BB-8.
Should put that clip in.
I think we've done this before. Actually, I think we've had this exact conversation. I remember looking for this clip.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? And I'm pretty sure it was when the first Sonic trailer came out. Cool. You know what I liked, Victor? I liked...
WandaVision.
Sure. Let's get into that. Let's talk that
Nailed
expanding the universe trailer that Marvel released. So I knew that there was going to be Falcon and the Winter Soldier footage.
Yeah.
I was not expecting WandaVision or Loki footage.
Yeah.
So that was a nice surprise.
But Loki footage, it was like one quick shot.
Still, so there's stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
He was wearing a jumpsuit.
Yeah, that had
with the initials on it. TVA. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's the Time Variance Authority. So they're a police corps for time. They're time cops. So
cool.
He's arrested by time cops in that scene.
Wait, is my excitement unwarranted? Is there a movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger was in where he's a time cop?
Not Arnold Schwarzenegger. I believe it's Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Damn it.
Yeah. JCVD. Yeah. So there's that. He's got shorter hair. He's got short hair like first Thor, Loki. Yeah. So it could be that this is the Loki that we know from Endgame that picks up the cube and yeets out of there. But that could be the original Loki.
That died? I mean?
Like, he didn't die, right? He just let go of the spear and he went off in the cosmos. What if they delve into that a little bit of his time between when we see him again in the Avengers? I would love actually just a scene of him meeting Thanos.
I don't know.
That'd be expensive for their TV show.
I don't know. I feel like Thanos, Cap, Iron Man, they're better not seen again because their roles have been done. They're dealt with. Where we've seen enough of them.
Sure.
I don't want to go back in time and see Thanos.
All right. Fine. Yeah, that's probably true. You're probably right.
I always am. I know.
I'm just like a continuity nerd where I'm just like, I want to see that scene. I want to see where he makes the deal.
But don't you also complain about like, we don't need to see everything?
Yes. There are some things better left to mystery, and that's maybe one of them. So there is a balance.
They probably just met in a stall, like, urinals.
Yeah, he was just, he was like the bathroom attendant. And Thanos just walks out and he's like, do not go in there.
By the way,
sometimes the hardest poops require the hardest wills.
By the way, I noticed you had 2 rolls of toilet paper in there. I evened them out for you because balance.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Oh boy. Okay. Well, anyway, so that's Loki. Let's talk Falcon, Winter Soldier.
Bucky has short hair again. That's neat.
Sure. He's dropping bullets in front of Zemo at one point.
I could put all of these in your body
No, you know what? I imagine the scene as like this. These represent all the lives that you killed. Oh, Butterfingers. Yeah, I don't know why he would just be dropping bullets in front of him other than like...
It's like a mic drop.
Yeah,
but
I could kill you with all of these, but I won't. Well, see you later. Anyway, there's a brief snippet of U.S. agent running into a field. He's got his own hype man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's pretty intense. Just see the back of him, though. It looks like Cap.
Yeah. I think that's what they were going for.
Oh my God, Captain America's attending a football game. I'm so glad there's no other crime happening right now. Let's see. They show, and then they show a bunch of shit for WandaVision.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I really thought Vision was not going to look like Vision. I thought he was going to look like Paul Bettany.
Maybe he will. But I guess to her, that's Vision. Vision is Vision, not Paul Bettany.
Sure. Although they kind of implied in Infinity War that when they did the love making and stuff, I assume, anyway. Who knows what they're doing? Maybe they just get into bed and cuddle and hold hands.
But yeah, there's a few shots quickly. You go through the eras, like the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming those are the times. One of them has Wanda wearing her like comic accurate headdress and like costume with the pink and red.
Yeah, I think it's a Halloween costume.
Oh, that's lame.
I don't think that's her being like, look at me, I'm the Scarlet Witch. I think it's, I'm all ready for the Halloween party. Look at me, I'm the Scarlet Witch.
Oh, I thought it'd be like, oh, superheroes back in the 60s, so this is what I would wear.
Yeah, I don't think so. But, so it looked like the different eras, like the black and white one looks like the Dick Van Dyke Show. And
never heard of it.
Okay. And there's one that looked like Family Ties.
Mm-hmm.
I thought one looked like All in the Family, but I could be wrong. There's one that looks like Full House a little bit.
Oh yeah, I noticed that one.
But I mean, like all sitcom sets look similar. So.
Yeah.
She's preggers. And they have 2 babies.
2 babes, twins.
Speed and Wiccan are her kids from the comics.
It's a wicked name.
Wiccan?
Wiccan. It's freaking Wiccan cool.
All right, calm down.
All right.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. That's actually, they announced some release dates, not release dates, but release months for some of the shows.
Oh, yeah?
Falcon the Winter Soldier is coming in August this year. Awesome. And then Mandalorian Season 2 coming out in October.
Ooh.
And then WandaVision in December.
Wait, Mandalorian when?
October.
I thought they were pushing that till 2021.
Well, they announced October this week, so.
Oh, wait, I'm thinking of Witcher.
By the way, I watched, because everyone keeps saying toss a coin to your Witcher.
Yeah.
So I looked up what it was, and I watched the video of him, the guy, like the bard singing it.
Yeah.
Man, that gets stuck in your head.
Oh, yeah, it does, for sure.
Yeah.
You haven't seen The Witcher yet, huh? Yeah. You should do that.
No.
Just freaking do it. Don't be a dick.
Okay.
For once, just
No. Oh, also, speaking about Loki real quick, Owen Wilson was cast.
Wow.
Did you say wow? Wow.
Low hanging fruit. That's the theme tonight.
I go to a few sites to read news like that, and every single one of them, the first 5 comments were all, wow.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that was the Marvel trailers. There's a Black Widow trailer as well.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I like it. Just the way the music synced up with the shots.
Oh, with what's his name? Red Guardian screaming.
Yeah. And the song screaming too, but it's not.
It's like a weird guitar, like.
Taskmaster looks awesome.
Yes, he does.
When he picks up his shield. Very Cap-like.
Mm-hmm. You saw Cap do that once.
Yeah,
like, I bet you I can do that.
No, I know I can do that, bro.
Oh, I hope he talks like that. Like, hey, what's up, bro?
You want to see some cool moves, bro?
Oh, I really like how you do that flip. I'm going to steal that.
You check this out.
Bet you I can do that. I'm going to do exactly that. Yeah, that's how you should talk. There's a shot in it. I think they ruined the ending where Red Guardian and the 2 other Black Widows they're all like standing in a fiery wreckage, and Red Guardian leans over. He's hugging the Rachel Weisz, and then he leans over and kind of grabs Black Widow's hand, and is like, "Hey, we're all family." Mm-hmm. Like in a way of like, "Stay with us. Come on, do it." I lost my Russian accent. It's back. Okay.
So wait, what were you implying is the ending?
Like that just seems like an end of a movie thing. Like the big climax has happened, and now it's like, "Hey, we all survived. We have family. Come with us." And she's like, "No, I'm gonna go find Steve Rogers."
Yeah, I'm gonna go die somewhere else. It's gonna be sick.
Although it could be at the end of the second act. It could be they all do this big fight thing together, and then he's like, "Hey, come on, come with us." And she's like, "No, we just found out that Taskmaster is going to go steal the president's walk. I have to go deal with that." And he's like, "Yeah, but that's not our fight. Come with us."
Plus, you probably got that walk somewhere easy to access. You buy plenty more.
Yeah.
Why a walk?
I don't know. That's the first thing I came up with. He was just like, "Hey, did you see the POTUS? He's got a killer walk. I'm going to steal that." "Hey, Mr. President, what a great walk.
Check it out. I got the same one.
You want to see me do a backflip real quick?"
Can you do one first?
Yeah, I have to see it first.
It'd be funny if Taskmaster had like only a limited amount of like slots in his memory. Kind of like Pokemon, you only hold so many moves.
Right.
But then to beat him, you have to do really terrible moves. So he like locks in and starts overwriting his good stuff. And he's just an idiot the entire fight.
He's just punching himself in the face. "Oh, why can't I do this?
Why did I choose to remember that one?"
Funny you should say that. That's actually something that's come up in the comics is he doesn't lose his moves, but because he's remembering all this stuff, he starts losing his long-term memory. And so he like kind of starts becoming more and more less of a person the more he learns physical moves.
Oh, whoa. He's just a mindless fighting machine.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I can see why they made that choice.
Yeah.
Whatever. I like my idea better.
Hey, you want to see me do a backflip real quick?
Okay, that was a front flip. And 2, do you need to call 911?
Fast and Furious 9, Victor. We got to talk about it.
Yes.
What is it called? Fast 9? The Fast Saga?
Yeah.
What a terrible title.
You know what? It could be much worse.
Like what?
The Fast. Just that. Just
the Fast?
Or the Fast Saga. Just the Fast Saga. They have,
I have never seen a trailer where I don't like any of the characters, and yet I'm still smiling ear from ear and can't wait to watch this movie.
You didn't like Dom?
I don't like Dom.
You don't like Han returning from the dead?
All right, let's talk about that. What?
Yeah, why? What? Did he crawl from under his burning car just in the nick of time to not explode? I mean, that would be the only
what's going to happen. I mean, there's going to be some stupid stunt that he does to get out of it. Or maybe they won't explain it. Maybe this movie takes place before Tokyo Drift as well.
But why is he old and short hair?
No, it doesn't matter. It's not what happened.
You sure?
Because Helen Mirren is in it, Shaw's mom.
Oh yeah, without Shaw, that's weird.
Yeah, and Charlize Theron
without the dreads, which is disappointing.
Yeah, she's got the I'd like to speak to the manager.
No, it's better than that.
She doesn't have the bangs.
She's got like the bowl cut.
She does look like an angry mother, though.
To be fair, she's so good looking. Doesn't matter what you put on her. She's still probably hot.
She looks good bald. Or I guess she had a buzz cut in Mad Max.
Yeah.
Still
down.
I want to say she's like pretty close to 50, if not past that.
Man, I wish I looked like that now.
Yeah. Okay. So big news, Victor.
Big news.
John Cena is playing Dom's brother
out of nowhere,
who is master thief and a world-class assassin. He's smarter than Dom and stronger than him.
Do you think he can kill him?
I don't know. That's the big question. Can he do it?
Or do you think by the end of this movie, they'll have settled it and be like, you know what? Maybe we should be brothers because family.
That was the exact question I was about to ask you.
Okay.
There's a very good chance that Dom will make amends with his brother. And Tom, let's call him Tom. Dominic Toretto. He'll show up at the family barbecue at the end.
Tom and Dom.
And they'll throw him a Corona. He'll be like, hey, family.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, I want you to meet my son, Brian. I bet you that will actually happen.
Yeah, I'm not going to fight against that.
This is Brian.
So, like, I don't know. You know how, like, the Mission Impossible series, like, the stunts just get, like, better and better? Like, just more intense. They got to keep topping the last one, right?
Uh-huh.
I feel like Fast and the Furious has gone the other direction. I mean, they're still getting better and better.
No, they're getting more and more unrealistic is what's happening. But they're also
getting more and more ridiculous. Because in this one, Tom flies his car off a cliff and Charlize Theron flies in with a magnet plane, picks him up and flies off, Looney Tunes style. And then Dom decides, yeah, I could do that.
You don't have the magnet plane. Doesn't matter. We have NOS.
He flies out, hits the last of the bridge support, and by chance, that thing hooks onto the front of his axle. And he swings his car around some island. I don't know. It just feels like they gave the scenario to a kid and they watched him play it out with his toys. And they were like, yes, absolutely, man, we're going to do that.
Remember when they used to steal DVD players?
Yo, I'm going to steal that, bro.
Steal that, bro.
Oh,
You know what's the problem with this movie? Those movies is they really need a character who needs to talk about like how ridiculous it is. Not Roman, because like he does Tyrese's character.
Yeah.
Why do I remember his name? Because he's the only one who's like, this is ridiculous. We're going to jump out of this plane. Oh, no. Because he's in it. Right. Yeah. And it's, I don't know. You just need one character in it to be like, there's no way you planned for that to happen. I mean, because like that kind of stunt, it's such a 1,000,000 to 1 chance that you're going to hit the last support on the bridge. It's going to get caught up in your wheel well. And that cable is going to just hold your car, which is what? 2 tons?
3? 2,
I don't
3?
know.
Yeah.
I don't know
Something
how much
ridiculous.
a ton is. But, oh man. This movie's going to be great.
It's going to be so good.
It's not, but
I showed that to my friend who normally hates those kinds of movies.
Yeah.
He is pumped.
It looks so dumb though. But John Cena.
Out of nowhere. I completely forgot that they like cast him.
I did not think he was going to be like the main villain. When they were talking about him being the brother, I was like, oh, good for you, John Cena.
I mean, they got to step it up from Idris Elba, right?
That's true. Anyway, should we move on to something else? There's another Mulan trailer. Yeah.
It looks good. But I don't know if there's any, I don't know if I need to see anything else.
Yeah, that's
just
for
like,
sure.
Just like, Shrek, what's it? Fast 9. I don't need to, like, that's if that's the only trailer I see, that's perfectly fine with me.
Oh, Victor, it's Sony. You're going to see a lot more before the movie comes out.
Hey, I want to see the whole movie.
But Mulan, I hope they're not doing this, but I kind of saw it in the trailer because they're going through the training sequences.
Mm-hmm.
And she needs to be bad at the beginning.
No, she's just awesome all the way through.
Right? Mm-hmm. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like everyone else was kind of doing okay. And she just comes in and she's like, oh, you don't know how to use a pike?
Whips it out.
Yeah. And she's just like good at everything. Did you watch the Spiral trailer, Victor?
Yeah.
From the Book of Saw?
Yeah. I honestly, it looked really cool until the Saw elements started coming in.
Okay. So this is the Chris Rock
and Sam Jackson.
And written and starring?
At the very least produced.
Well, he's in it for sure too. Yeah. Have you seen any of the Saw movies? Do you like them?
I saw the fourth one.
The fourth one?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I had no interest, but then we watched it after a Halloween party for some reason because the Halloween party wasn't enough and people needed to watch something
scary.
Yeah, I fell asleep halfway through that movie and I woke up at the end and I was like, this was a okay movie, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I watched the first one and really loved it.
Oh yeah.
The first one is a really cool, low budget, like psychological horror movie. A lot of the movie takes place in one room with two guys chained to the wall, and they're just trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And that's really cool. And then the sequels, they took what I thought was the worst aspect of the movie and just embellished on that, which was there was a few montages where cops were trying to figure out who the killer was. And it would do like brief montages of like these elaborate traps he had made up for people.
There was one, I think it was like a wall of knives.
Oh yeah.
And like, it was like one of those like rotating doors, but knives instead of bars. And the only way to escape was just to walk through it.
Okay.
Yeah. And that may be the worst one for me of all the ones I've seen.
Well, it's an interesting concept because the killer was all about paying for your crimes or something like that. So like every single one of the traps was escapable, but you had to do something horrible in order to do it, to get out.
Yeah.
So it'd be like you swallowed a key. You have 3 minutes to take this bomb off your neck. By the way, the key's in your stomach. Here's a knife. So like you could get out, but you'd have to cut open yourself.
Psych, I'm just going to annoy you for 3 minutes and then make you clean this shit up.
Yeah. So anyway, the sequels were all just about these more and more elaborate traps. And because the first one had a twist ending, there had to be twists in each one too.
Very twisty. It's spiral almost.
Actually, I was completely turned off from this series because I was in a video editing class in high school.
Oh no.
And so one of our projects was you had to take scenes from a movie and edit it to, like it was make a music video, basically. Take a scene from a movie, edit to music.
Okay.
And there's this one guy in our class who took all the most horrific and horrible parts of Saw and all the sequels and edited it to like extreme heavy metal.
That's lazy.
Right. It's very obvious, but
Yeah.
it was just, and of course we had to watch it because it was like the teacher screened them all for everybody. Right. And you're just watching it and it's just like, well, like people are being cut in half and stuff like that. And it's just, it just turned me off where I was just like, I don't want to watch these movies. Like it's just torture porn.
What do you think that kid's up to now?
I heard he's really active in the Green Party, actually. It's so funny where people end up.
That's funny. You were telling me about your other friend earlier, and it's like, wow, your friends really they're very different from what you were describing of what they were in high school.
Well, I wouldn't call either of them my friends, but
yeah, people that you went to school with.
People I knew, yeah.
Then I think about the people that I went to school with, and it's like, no, that's exactly where I'd imagine you end up.
They're just like outside by the dumpster begging for scraps. And yeah, that's exactly where I thought you'd end up.
Yeah, it was like, well, one guy is always into like sports and stuff. Now he's a coach at the stadium for a bunch of hockey teams. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. One guy's a teacher. His dad was a teacher. His grandfather was a teacher. Also makes sense.
Not a very original family.
Yeah, bunch of nerds. Get your own idea, Mason.
Okay, Victor, last news item of the night. Doctor Strange 2 has found its new director.
Ooh, is it cool?
It is Sam Raimi.
No.
What? Why don't you like Sam Raimi?
Yeah, there's too many close-ups of people screaming in his movies.
All right, I'll give you that. But like,
and his humor isn't.
But he made the original Spider-Man.
I know,
trilogy.
and I don't like watching them because
what? Get out. Get out.
I don't know. I like Spider-Man too.
Victor, why are you still sitting there? Get out.
Fine.
Get up, get out, get up, get out, get up, get out, get up, get out.
Like they're good movies, but like I hate
the joy of life.
The added humor that his sense of humor doesn't fit with mine. Same way with like what's his face? Joss Whedon. Avengers, great movie, but like he can like his little bits of like humor sprinkled out throughout. It just doesn't fit the characters.
Sometimes, yeah.
And like I get the same feeling from like Sam Raimi doing like a Doctor Strange movie. Is it gonna be goofy? Is it gonna be stupid? Is he gonna put his like weird close-up screaming shots? Actually, that might work for this.
This is the perfect choice.
Well, that's not true.
Yeah, because when Scott Derrickson left, I was kind of like, oh, that's too bad. But then they're like, Sam Raimi's replacing him. I'm like, get out of here, Scott. Move. Get up. Because like he's gonna be great. Like he started in horror, then did the Spider-Man trilogy.
He also did the what was it? Guy with the chainsaw hand.
Yeah, the Evil Dead trilogy.
Yeah, those were also cheesy and corny.
Yeah, that's what makes them great.
But I don't want that in a Doctor Strange movie.
Okay, but you have to remember though, this is Marvel who's making it. So while he will probably have some of his flair, he's also coming on to a movie that has already been in pre-production for a long time. They're filming in May. So he's not going to have a whole lot of time to like throw his, like he's not going to be able to change the story too much. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like he'll be able to choose his shots and stuff like that, but I don't think he'll be able to, you know what I mean?
All right, Mr. Cumberbatch, I'm going to put this camera really close to your face. And I want you to just scream as if something's biting onto your balls.
I'm disappointed in you.
Whatever.
Sam Raimi is a great choice. Spider-Man 2 is still arguably one of the best comic book movies of all time.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying there's some shots in there that bother me.
So, all right, so are you saying you don't like the Dr. Octopus sequence, like in the Doctor, like when they're going to saw his arms off?
That was cool. Yeah,
okay.
I like that. I'm not saying
that
they're
whole scene
all bad.
is pure Sam Raimi.
We'll see.
Okay. So then the question becomes, if Sam Raimi gets this, I think he's in talks, but usually that means that's going to happen, especially because Variety reported it. So it's probably going to happen. So if he does become the director, who is Bruce Campbell going to be playing?
Ooh. Maybe his gloves will like have character, kind of like he has a cape that's like, you know, has a mind of its own.
That's what you're going to waste Bruce Campbell on?
He does like fun roles.
A lot of people though, because Sam Raimi is now doing it, they're like, oh, that means that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man can be in it.
What? How does that? What? That's a terrible connection.
I just don't understand why like that is the like joining point of like, well, Sam Raimi's there. Of course, he owns Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. No, he doesn't. Sony does. And if they wanted to, Marvel could have done it without him.
I don't know. Also, nobody wants to see that. That's not true. There's a few people that want to see it, but they don't know that they don't need to see it.
Yeah, I'm so sick of this nostalgia culture of like everything doesn't have to be connected to everything. Okay. You can just, there's some great movies from our past that are just great movies from our past.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to like make another sequel to them. You don't need to bring it to the next generation.
This is Disney.
Yeah, I know. I'm just so sick of it. I don't need to see where he's at right now. It had an okay ending and we moved on and we got that amazing Spider-Man right after that, which led us to Tom Holland. So that's okay.
You think a guy named Mark Webb would have nailed it? Nope. Here we are.
But it's also just like, I think if Marvel was going to do that, they'd have to make another deal with Sony, which I don't think they want to be in the position. Like, I feel like they've already compromised a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the stuff that's showing up in Morbius is not something they wanted to happen. I feel like
freaking Morbius.
I feel like to get Tom Holland's Spider-Man back, that's a concession they had to make. And I feel like Sony and Marvel, it's like Sony is the crazy mistress that you cheated on your wife with.
Mm-hmm.
And you just want to get rid of her, but you can't.
Because they have your child.
Yeah. You just kind of want to see the kid, and it's like, well, we could just cut him off. It's like, can't do that. And then you know what I mean? Like they don't want to compromise, because if they go to them and be like, hey, could we use your Tobey Maguire Spider-Man? They're going to be like, I want to have a baby with you. I don't know. They're going to have to like
go with that metaphor.
I don't know. This is a stupid metaphor, but
yes, it is.
They're going to have to give them something else to get that. They're not just going to let that happen.
We'll let the Fantastic Four show up in your Aunt May's movie, your Uncle Ben TV show.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Alistair Smite rom-com. I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, the amount of fan posters I've seen already, this was announced last night. The amount of fan posters with like portals with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in it and stuff like that. It's just like, just calm down. It's not going to happen. Like, even if they did do it though, it's going to be like for 3 seconds. It's not like he's going to show up for 25 minutes of the movie and be a featured character.
You open that portal for 3 seconds. It's going to come spilling in the next few movies.
I don't want that. I don't want it.
Yeah. You know what I don't want? A Morbius movie.
Victor, I think we need to move on.
Okay. Speaking of things that we didn't really need, we watched Birds of Prey.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm sure a few people wanted that movie.
Margot Robbie did.
Yeah, but it's because she wants to get paid.
Or is it Margot Robbie? I don't know how to pronounce her name. I think
It's
she
Robbie.
says Robbie, but she
she's
has an
wrong.
Australian accent.
Yeah, she's also wrong. So
Yeah.
it's Robbie.
Oh, Margot Robbie. Okay.
Anyways, non-spoiler review. What did you think, Josh?
I kind of liked it.
Kind of?
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it.
Oh, okay.
I was delightfully surprised. What did you think, Victor?
I checked my phone a few times. I almost fell asleep.
It's okay if you didn't like it, Victor.
I didn't like this movie.
All right. Oh,
I like the Black Mask.
oh, I'm ready. I'm ready for this. Let's debate it. I'm excited.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. There's just it's all over the place. Like, you know, it's one of those movies that, like, oh, you know what? I want to tell this story, but I'm like, oh, here's a part of the story. Oh, I forgot to tell you about this story. Oh, but let's fast forward to like present time. Oh, wait, I forgot something. Like that kind of storytelling. It works. I think it's interesting. But here, it felt unnecessary. Yeah, I don't know. I got kind of annoyed.
Okay. All right.
But like, yeah.
Let's get into spoilers then.
Okay. Yeah, fine. Let's do it.
I really enjoyed this. I've been on the record. Last week we talked about Suicide Squad. I don't think I actually mentioned it, but I don't love the character of Harley Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
She can be real annoying sometimes. This movie, I didn't find her annoying at all.
Yeah, no, I liked her. I liked her character. Actually, before I say, I like the characters in this movie.
Yeah, I did too, for the most part.
Yeah,
Not
like,
across the board, but yeah, a lot of the characters I really liked.
yeah, most of them. Even like the goons that like go after Harley. I like them because they have a lot of character to them, and they're fun.
That's one thing I'll say. That's a kind of a missed opportunity. There's a part in this movie where Harley is competing on a contract for something, and all these other goons show up. Missed opportunity to just do some low level DC villains,
Right?
Like they're all just faceless stuntmen who are just like this one's a biker and this one's a black guy. I mean,
it's just a bunch of random people.
Mm-hmm. There was one girl who had a unibrow. That was the most defining feature that they had. So that was kind of a letdown, but
Yeah,
let's get into the plot. This is a new movie. Nobody really knows what's going on here.
Harley is going through a breakup with Joker. He's never shown in it. There's like a shot from
Suicide Squad
where like it's the back of his head.
There's the scene where she's thrown into the vat of chemicals and he like dives in, pulls her
It's
out,
like
and
a
makes
weird
out with her.
milky chemical.
Yeah,
It's
the
strange.
kind that bleaches your skin and turns your hair green.
Oh, right. She reminds you very often that like nobody could touch her. Nobody would do anything about her because she was connected with the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
But now that she's not, people are going after her. And at the same time, some crime family had this diamond that had coordinates to some secret vault that had a shit ton of money in it.
Yeah.
Some kid like steals it.
Yep.
And they're trying to hunt that kid down. And their stories intertwine into this lovely...
All of the birds of prey all come into the story from different angles. And then by the end, they kind of intertwine with each other, which I thought was kind of a cool
I like
idea.
that.
But it's all based around Ewan McGregor's character, Roman Sionis, aka Black Mask, who wants the diamond. And then, as Victor said, the diamond gets stolen. And so that then becomes get the kid who stole the diamond.
Mm.
So, yeah, that's basically what it's about.
Who's your favorite of the Birds of Prey? Also, is that cop supposed to be a character?
Renee Montoya, yeah, she's She's a cop that shows up in Batman quite a bit. She was in the animated series. I'm blanking on who's the big fat guy who's also a detective.
Yep, you got me. I don't remember, but I know who you're talking about.
Oh, I can't remember his name, but he has like that thick, like Bronx accent. That's gonna kill me. I can't remember it. But anyway,
what's his name? I'll look him up.
They were partners in the animated series, and I'm actually really surprised that character didn't show up in this. I would probably say Harley was my favorite.
Yeah,
I liked Huntress a lot, but she's surprisingly not in the movie for very long.
Mm-hmm. Because she's got like a weird, like, she's like socially awkward.
Yeah,
it's kind of awesome. I like it.
Yeah, because her backstory is that her entire family was a mafia family that was gunned down, and she survived and has spent her entire life planning for revenge.
Planning and training.
Yeah. So she's never really interacted with anyone.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And she has some anger issues.
I like it.
I saw the clip for that one scene towards the end where someone was just like, "Oh, I like bow and arrow girl." And she's like, "It's not a freaking bow and arrow." I saw that out of context and I was like, geez, she's really hamming it up. But in the movie, you're just like, like by the time you get to that, you're like, yeah, that works.
Yeah. Is the Black Canary the Black Canary?
It's the right name, Dinah Lance.
Yeah.
But
because that is a very different Black, like, I don't know a lot about Black Canary outside of like the Justice League.
An Arrow, which I'm not sure is very accurate.
Yeah.
But Dinah Lance was the Black Canary. They reference a mother.
Had the same powers?
The same power, yeah. But yeah, she's a very different take. I'm not sure that she had she worked as a lounge singer or not. I'm not sure.
I liked her. I think she had the best like costume in this entire movie.
It was just a tank top and pants.
No, at one point she was wearing like these gold pants and these gold boots with like these like bright blue glittery shirt. It looked really awesome from like the shot that she was in walking down the street.
Oh, okay.
Like Harley's is like it stands out very much as well. I don't know why I'm getting into like costumes, but like Harley's costume is really bright and pretty as well, but like it's almost a bit too much. Whereas like hers was like very flashy, but like very, I don't know.
I'll go with you on the costumes. Like I really liked all the costume choices for this. Like everyone had a distinct look, and the women I noticed was like they were sexy but not skimpy. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, everything was very like very classy.
Yeah.
Same with the Black Mask. Like he's really well dressed the entire like I don't know. Whoever did the costumes on this, awesome.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like about the Black Mask was his mask. It made his head look like a bobblehead.
I have a theory that Black Mask was only added in reshoots because it only appears at the end of the movie, and it only
shots in the beginning.
Well, that could have been added too. And there's not that much shots with him.
I see.
Like there's only one. Yeah. There's not a lot of scenes with him in the Black Mask, like monologuing or anything like that, where it's like, if you were watching it, oh, that's clear. That's not Ewan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The rest was just an action scene.
Yeah. Very anticlimactic end with him.
The ending was kind of like the weak point for me.
Yeah.
Where
it breaks down to like a big old brawl.
Yeah. It was kind of a cool fight sequence. Like I liked that Harley was on roller skates for it. And I liked the venue that they were in. It was like a weird funhouse. Yeah. With body parts and stuff like that.
Yeah. It was, the actual, like the costumes, the set design, locations, really cool.
It was weird. It didn't ever really feel like Gotham to me.
No.
I guess because we're just so used to seeing Gotham as like wet and dark and
it's really tall Gothic buildings.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. Like all the jokes in it were very character based.
Yeah, I heard you laughing a few times.
There were some good lines in it. And like Black Mask was hilarious.
Yes.
He just had a very original gangster vibe.
He was like, you know what he reminded me of? He reminded me of the Joker if he wasn't creepy. Like, sorry.
Yeah, kind of. Like he just, I can see where you're getting that from, but like he just has a very down to earth reaction to everything. Like there's a scene where he hires Dinah Lance to be his new driver, and he's showing her around his like artifacts room, like where he has all these like old stuff, and he's like showing her shrunken heads, and he's just like, oh my goodness, I love the little ears on them. Like, and so what they did was they boiled the skulls, and then like he's just so excited to show her everything. Like,
and now he's hanging in my living room like a piece of decoration.
Like, isn't that weird? Like, yeah, he was great. And then at the end, there's a climactic moment where Harley fires a gun at him and misses, and he's like, oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing for you.
How embarrassing.
Yeah, he was great. I was sorry to see him go. He died pretty decisively.
Yep. A grenade
definitively
in the belt loop.
Yeah. What did you think of Cassandra Cain? This is the girl that swallowed the diamond.
Isn't that the name of Batman? Batwoman?
I think so. Yeah. Yes. Yes. You're right. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Quickly before we do get into her, like that was something I didn't like about the movie is while it did some characters very, very well, there's a lot of characters who are those characters in name only.
Yeah. I don't understand why they do that.
Or it's just like they just didn't do the character justice. Like Victor Zsasz, he's not a henchman. He's a serial killer. Yeah. Like it didn't make sense to me that he would be some guy's number 2 in an organization. Mm-hmm. I did like their relationship though, but like the entire time I was like, why does it have to be Zsasz? Because you know he's going to die by the end of it. And you're just like, oh, what a waste. It's such a creepy character.
Imagine him just like or like a Jack the Ripper kind of like scenario with him just running around Gotham murdering people. Mm-hmm. And then Batman's always like one step behind, even though he's the world's greatest detective.
Yeah. But Cassandra Cain, what did you think of her?
I thought she was annoying.
Yeah, I didn't like her either.
No.
She was okay in parts. She was also, the actress wasn't always good at delivering her lines.
She was young.
I mean, yes, that's not an excuse though.
True. You getting paid the big bucks, girl.
It was just like every now and then, like she would just say something where it's just like, you're reading a line right now. It doesn't feel like, you're bringing me out the movie a little bit.
Yeah. Actually, I think, sorry. If I were to go like my top things I liked and then top things I didn't like, want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that. Do what you liked.
Top things I like. All of Harley's fights.
Yeah, those were very great.
Very creative. Totally understandable how she could like stand toe to toe with like potentially the Robins.
Right. Yeah. She's very acrobatic in her fights. Very creative too.
It kind of reminds me of like a little bit of Jackie Chan in a few.
A little bit. Yeah. And like I really love the sequence where she's going into the police department and she has
a grenade launcher or a beanbag shooter or something that launches both.
Yeah, and she's just shooting off grenades full of like confetti and what was it, like smoke bombs and stuff like that. But it's blue smoke and red smoke, and it's just creative.
Yep, those fight sequences, awesome. Actually, her fighting in the jail cell with the sprinklers on, reminding me a little bit of a Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah,
like sliding around.
Well, sliding, yeah, and using her legs a lot. Actually, that opening scene where she's drinking a lot and like standing on the table.
Oh, that like really like fast forwarded, like zip throughout the club.
No, before that, when she breaks the driver's legs.
Oh yeah.
I recognize that stuntman.
Yeah,
he's like a stuntman who does a little bit of acting. So it's like he's the stuntman you get for the hero shots, like who has a few lines before he gets punched in the face. And so anyway, when he was in that scene, I was like, oh, something bad's gonna happen to that guy.
Oh no!
And sure enough, yeah, she
broke both his legs.
I felt it.
Oh yeah, that was rough.
Yeah,
they showed that kind of leg breaking twice in this movie, where she like something happens to their like comes down their kneecaps.
Oh yeah, there's that one guy who
in the
goes to kick her and gets his leg caught in the car window, and she just full force steel bat down on his knee. Oh. Yeah, the violence in this, it was rated R, but it was never really like that was the worst it got.
Yeah.
I suppose there was a scene at the beginning where they cut a guy's face off, but
You
it's
never
done.
saw it.
I was gonna say it was tastefully done, but you don't see it. It's just implied.
Yeah. Anyways, next thing on my list,
Sure.
Black Mask. I think we've talked about this already. Hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Very well done. Makes me excited for Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna be like that.
He's exactly gonna be like that. It's part for part, piece by piece. Black Mask, Obi-Wan. Just different outfit. It's like a spa outfit instead.
Okay.
And then for some reason, I really like the hyena. Bruce?
Okay. I was kind of hoping because there's that scene in it where again, or some random shows up and shoots a catapult of dynamite at her, like Looney Tunes style.
It was explosives in a giant rubber band ball. That's why it bounced.
Oh, okay. But yeah, he used a catapult to shoot it at her.
Yeah.
And so anyway, the dog runs after it because it's a ball. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
And the thing blows up and she's like, I can't find Bruce. I was really expecting her to like hold up a leg and be like, I found Bruce.
Oh. I thought she was going to say like, there's not even a body. Where is he? Yeah, I don't know. That Harley having her hyenas. Maybe it's because I've seen her and I only know her from the show. It's like, that's like a staple in her thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like, you gave her a hammer, a mallet. You might as well give her the hyenas because that's pretty cool. Kind of like, what's her name in John Wick 3?
Oh yeah. Halle Berry.
Yeah.
He never did anything like that though.
No, but that would be cool if she did.
Yeah. Hyenas you can't really train though. I mean, I know they're close to dogs, but you can't really
you just get
train
some dogs and you do the actual shot with the dogs and then you CG some hyena for hair. And
I think the hyena was CGI for most of it, actually.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I doubt they would have went and grabbed a hyena.
All right. What was the other thing you liked, Victor? There's top 5? What did you say?
3. That was it.
Those are the only things you liked?
Look, those are like my top 3 things I liked.
Okay. So we talked a little bit about the narrative style for it. So it's the unreliable narrator. Harley Quinn is narrating the entire movie.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, there's a lot of like something will happen and she'll be like, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have told this plot yet. We have to go back. And then you go back and you get some more context.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that for the good first 2/3 of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It really worked because I think thinking back on it, if you played it in chronological order, it would be a lot of stuff and then an action scene. You know what I mean? And then so for them to do it this way, they could break an action scene in half. And it was very Deadpool-esque. Yeah. Where it kind of kept coming back to certain things.
Yeah. No, I like it. Like it did the same thing. It was like that was the same reason I liked how they did Man of Steel, where they're like, you can kind of do flashbacks in between fun stuff to kind of like give a bit more context to his life. But same thing, but like, I don't know, it just felt like it was a bit too much.
Well, I agree. Like by the time they got to introducing Huntress, I was like, it just puts the brakes on the movie. And while it was a funny joke because they could edit it right before she says her name and it was well done. I feel like that the scene right before it in the grocery store, that's when the movie really slowed down. And I was just like, oh, how much more of this movie is there? Like, that's when I started to like, I wasn't wrapped up in the movie anymore. And I started thinking about like, oh, I'm watching a movie.
That was one of the points I was like, okay, I'm getting tired.
Yeah.
And I talked to you at the end of the movie. I was like, oh, that was a long movie, wasn't it? And you were like, no. You showed me it was like only like 8:30. It was only we were there for an hour and like 40 minutes, maybe. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's not that long.
Damn. It felt like a 2-hour or more movie for me.
No, didn't even hit that.
I don't know. Like I don't know. I go back because usually this is a pacing issue, but then I go back and it's like, well, what could I have cut out, or what would you have cut out? I don't know if you could have. I don't think you can cut out much more. I think this is. Well,
I don't think it's necessarily cutting out stuff, but it is moving things around so that. Yeah, and I mean, you can afford to do that in this type of movie because you have an unreliable narrator who messes up the order of things, right? So yeah, you could move a few more things around.
Mm-hmm. Like I like that like style of narrative, but at the same time I feel like there needs to be a balance. I don't want to be jumping around the entire movie.
Yeah, I think you can afford to do a bunch of it at the beginning, and then as you get more entwined with the plot and the characters, like that's when it needs to stop jumping around. What did you think of Montoya?
Who?
The detective.
I don't like that actress.
Rosie Perez.
Yeah.
It's the first time she's been in a movie in a long time.
Isn't she in Brooklyn Nine-Nine too? I thought she was.
She might have been. I don't really follow her career. The only thing I remember her from is a Woody Harrelson movie called White Man Can't Jump.
Wow. How'd they get away with that title?
It's about basketball. Yeah, word.
What? Okay. Okay. Wasn't there a movie about like an all black swim team?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there was.
Oh, what's your point?
White Man Can't Jump about white men playing basketball. Okay.
Oh, but that's the whole premise of the movie is he's a con artist who grifts people into thinking he can't play basketball, and then he bets money. What was it called when you
have someone to like accompany you?
Hustler. Yeah. He's a hustler. So he'll play one-on-one with someone like with black guys who think, of course, I'm going to beat him. He's white, and he's like a guy who could have been in the NBA.
Yeah. And
so he destroys them and makes a bunch of money.
Yeah. Okay. Well, got off track there.
Anyway,
point is, what the hell is that name?
It's from the 90s. It's when Woody Harrelson was famous. I mean, when he was the leading man, I should say. Rosie Perez. Yeah. Okay. I didn't like Montoya that much.
No.
I mean, she served her purpose, but
kind of felt annoying.
Not annoying, but it was just I didn't feel like she deserved to be one of the girls at the end.
No.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with Cassandra Cain. Like I didn't feel like it was weird for me that at the end that like Harley rode off into the sunset with her, and she's like, nah, she's my apprentice.
Yeah. I don't like that character in general. So
yeah, I think that's completely the reason why. I was just like, oh, I don't like her. I really thought she was going to poop her pants.
Yeah.
She swallowed the diamond. And so like Harley's been giving her like X-Lax and prune juice and all this stuff to try to get her to poop. And I really thought the end of the movie was going to be her just taking a huge old dump in her pants. What'd you think of the DC references in here?
What references?
There weren't that many, but there were some. It was mostly just a Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I don't remember. I didn't remember any of them.
There's a wanted poster for Captain Boomerang on the wall.
Oh, is that who it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice it.
And then I think she holds up that Daddy's Little Monster T-shirt.
Yeah.
At the end, and I think the bat and the mallet are the same ones from Suicide Squad. I think that whole box is from Suicide Squad.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same chest that she had when she was in the prison.
Yeah, but yeah, there really wasn't that much that like.
I'm okay with there not being a lot. It doesn't need to be. I'm okay with movies standing on their own, not having to like have a bunch of other heads poke in.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it though. The humor was really well done, and the action, as you said, was really well done. And like, congratulations, you made a Harley Quinn movie where I didn't hate Harley Quinn.
Yeah. I don't think I want to watch this movie again.
This is like a throw it on in the background type movie.
Not even that.
All right. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I don't have much else to say about it. Like it's kind of like one of those movies where you just kind of have to see it. Like it's its own experience. It's hard to describe the overall environment or experience of it. But
it's like Deadpool. I think you have to go see it because it's, I don't know. If I were to explain the movie Deadpool to you, you wouldn't get nearly as much of the enjoyment of that movie as you would as a go seeing. And like, I don't know, like there's movies like that seems kind of stupid to say, but like, you know, if I told you the plot of a movie, you'd be like, okay, I'm okay not seeing that. I wasn't interested, but like most of the joy from this movie, you have to be there watching it because it's just how well it's how it's executed, not necessarily the plot.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I have two more points I just thought of.
Okay.
One thing I really liked about it because these types of movies where it's female characters being badass and stuff like that, it really didn't feel like the punching down, like we're women and we're strong and we're tough and here we are, get out of our way. Like, you know what I mean? Like that type of movie of get out of our way, men. You've been holding us down this entire time. We have to prove ourselves. We're awesome. It just felt like they were characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that just happened to be women.
Yeah.
With the exception of that last scene while they were all in the diner. That kind of felt like, we're girls. Like, let's be girls together.
Awkward. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this movie has no business being called Birds of Prey.
Nope.
This is Harley Quinn and friends. I liked that Harley was not a part of the Birds of Prey at the end.
It's as much of a Birds of Prey movie as Batman v Superman was a Justice League movie.
That's a good analogy. Yeah. Anyway, so Victor, where does this rank for you as far as other DCEU movies?
Near the bottom?
Really?
Yeah.
For me, like post Justice League, they've been really killing it. I guess
Honestly,
it's only been 3 movies, but
this movie I didn't need this movie. It was well done, but like if you were to rank it, like I would rather watch. I'm trying to think, how many movies have they had? 8?
7 or 8 or something like that.
Yeah, I would say this is probably closer to the middle then.
Yeah, because it is like, I understand your point of view that you don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a bad movie at all. I can understand why someone wouldn't like it, but it's not terribly made like some of the other DC movies.
Like it's a very pretty movie. It's well shot. The costume is good. The effects are good. The choreography is good. The actors are good. There's something about it. I think just the way it was put together for me, it wasn't fantastic, but yeah, not a bad movie. I just didn't like it.
That's fair. That's a valid opinion. Yeah, I really like this one. All of the post Justice League movies, I've liked a lot of them, but they're not like they still all have their flaws. It's definitely up there. It's high up on the list. I'm
so excited for Wonder Woman 1984. Like watching that trailer before this movie was such a disappointment because it's like there's no way that this movie is going to top that trailer. I wonder if it's going to be a Suicide Squad situation though, where they have a really amazing trailer that the movie does not live up to. Dang it. Well, I mean, I'm not saying it will be as bad as Suicide Squad was, but like I have a feeling that the trailer is just really awesome. Because from what I've heard about this movie, about Wonder Woman 1984, and what we've seen in the trailers, it's okay. I can kind of see what this movie is going to be, and I don't know how good that will be, but we'll see. I might agree with you because I was just thinking like I think majority of the entertainment is just like how well the music and like the visuals fit with them. Yeah, it's a really well made trailer. Yeah. Dang it, Josh! I didn't want to think about it that way. I'm sorry. Yes, but anyway, to finish my thought, Birds of Prey is, I'm going to say 1, 2, or 3 on my list. Top 3 of DCEU movies. Really? I think Shazam is number 1. Yeah, I can see that. And then it's battling Aquaman for number 2. And I didn't really love Aquaman, so maybe it's number 2. Beat out Wonder Woman for you? Oh, right. I forget that movie exists sometimes. Okay, so it's number 3 then, because Wonder Woman is probably number 1. Oh, I didn't expect Aquaman to get shut down. There's just watch our review for Aquaman. I recently rewatched it, and I thought, oh, maybe we were tired when we did that review. Yeah, that was a late night. Yeah, and everything I had a problem with the first time, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. And so yeah, it's a fun movie to be in, but you start thinking about stuff. You're like, why am I supposed to root for this guy? Why is the Green Goblin here too? Anyways. Yeah. Any more thoughts? No. Well, I will say I'm totally on the same side as you, where it's like, we didn't need this movie, but it proved to me
it was a nice, like, I'm not unhappy I saw it.
It was a nice bonus.
Yeah. I really wish DC had spent more of their time not developing Harley Quinn movies, but
God, I hope this Batman movie doesn't suck. I watched a YouTube video of like, it was like 24 hours with Robert Pattinson. I thought it was going to be...
I'm sorry, what?
It was, yeah.
You watched 24 hours straight of Robert Pattinson?
It's edited. Come on. I didn't realize. I just saw that. I was like, I'm curious. Maybe there's like a glimpse of like Bruce Wayne in there. No, he's just a goof. I'm excited for his version of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You think you could do a backflip, bro?
If I show you. Let me show you how a real backflip's done.
I'm gonna steal it, bro.
Anyways. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. Let us know what you think of Birds of Prey and the
fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn and Friends. Let us know what you think.
Harley Quinn and Friends.
And yeah, leave a comment. Let us know what you thought. And if you want to get in touch with us directly, you can email us at averageUninformed@gmail.com. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys next time.
I'm going to steal that, bro.
Bye.